Have you ever wondered why your cat suddenly starts scratching that brand new sofa or knocking over objects as if on purpose? What you might see as stubborn behavior could actually be a silent cry for help. Believe it or not, loneliness can change feline behavior in ways you never imagined. Contrary to popular belief, cats also suffer from a lack of companionship and stimulation, which can lead them into a cycle of destruction at home. So, before you think they are just being a cat, you need to understand that they are trying to communicate. And yes, there is a solution. Get ready to discover the signs you're probably overlooking, and how you can help your kitty cope better with loneliness and avoid destructive behaviors. Vocalization and excessive grooming. Cats have a unique way of expressing their emotions, and sometimes meowing can become an exaggerated communication tool. When a cat starts to meow excessively, especially at night, it can be a sign of loneliness or anxiety. Imagine your feline being silent during the day, but not stopping vocalizing at night. They may be feeling the absence of companionship. In this case, a simple tip would be to create a playtime ritual before bed. A 10 to 15 minute fun session may be enough for them to release energy and settle down more calmly at night. A feather toy or a wand can be great allies. In addition to meowing, excessive grooming behavior can also be a warning sign that something is not right. When a cat feels anxious or lonely, they may devote too much time to grooming, to the point of developing bald patches or skin irritations. This behavior is a way to relieve the stress they feel, almost like a release valve. If you notice that they're licking themselves more than usual, try distracting them with activities that stimulate their mind, such as interactive toys, or even a simple ball of paper. These small actions can help redirect their focus away from anxiety. It's important to remember that these behaviors should not be ignored, as they can evolve into bigger problems. Loneliness is a powerful feeling for cats, and excessive meowing or compulsive grooming are just the beginning. It may be time to think of more ways to provide daily stimulation for your cat, especially if they spend long periods alone. But of course, these signs may just be the start. There are other subtle behaviors that also reveal the need for attention and affection, as we will see soon. Excessive attachment and behavioral regression. When a cat becomes overly attached to their owner, following them around the house or becoming anxious when they can't see them, it is a clear indication of loneliness and insecurity. While it may be comforting to think that your cat doesn't want to be apart from you, this can be a sign that they are lacking stimulation. They start to rely too much on your presence to feel safe and comfortable. Imagine, for example, that when you come home, your cat is always at your feet, demanding constant attention. This behavior may seem cute, but it actually reveals a deeper need for companionship and interaction. Another common sign of loneliness in cats is the regression in behaviors they had previously learned, such as using the litter box. Suddenly, your cat may start to forget where to relieve themselves or even scratch furniture and objects destructively around the house. This change is not just a simple tantrum, but rather a form of communication. The cat is trying to say that something is missing in their routine and that they need more activities to keep them mentally engaged. These regressive behaviors can also manifest in other ways, such as knocking over objects. The lack of stimulation leads the cat to seek ways to get attention or relieve frustration. The solution? Enrich the environment with interactive toys and provide healthy alternatives to destructive habits. Create a more stimulating environment that challenges their natural skills, such as food puzzles. As we'll see later, the way a cat seeks comfort and connection with its owners can be even more revealing, especially when it becomes attached to their personal belongings. Seeking comfort in the owner's belongings and checking the room. When a cat seeks comfort in its owner's belongings, like clothes and shoes, it goes beyond a simple desire for softness or warmth. The cat is actually looking for the familiar scent of its human to feel safe. Imagine that moment when you come home and find your cat lying on your coat or even curled up inside a pair of shoes. In a way, it is trying to connect with you, even in your absence, and the scent of these items provides a sense of companionship and comfort. Another common behavior is when a cat starts to explore and check empty rooms. It may wander around the house, observing the spaces as if it is looking for someone or something. This often happens when the cat feels lonely or anxious. If you've ever seen your cat stop at the door of an empty room and stare intently, it might be seeking a form of interaction that is lacking in its routine. In this case, it's helpful to create enrichment zones in those spaces, with interactive toys or scratching posts, so the cat feels attracted to something beyond your absence. Creating these enrichment zones can be a great ally in preventing destructive behavior by providing toys that stimulate their natural instincts, such as toys that mimic prey, or even hiding treats around the house. You'll be helping your cat stay entertained and less likely to scratch furniture or explore forbidden areas. This brings us to the next point, where we will see how loneliness and lack of stimulation can directly affect your cat's destructive habits. How loneliness and lack of stimulation affect your cat's destructive habits. Loneliness can be one of the biggest villains in your cat's life. When it feels alone, without proper company and stimulation, it starts to seek alternatives to cope with that uncomfortable feeling. A bored cat may turn to destructive behaviors in an attempt to entertain itself. This is not only frustrating for you, but also reveals a silent cry for attention and interaction. So, what can you do to help your feline friend? Offering a variety of toys and activities is essential. Interactive toys that encourage the cat to hunt and explore can do wonders for its mental health. Additionally, set aside some time each day for play sessions. These interactions not only provide the necessary exercise but also strengthen the bond between you, reducing loneliness and anxiety. Consider creating a play schedule to ensure your cat has dedicated moments for this interaction. Furthermore, cats are territorial animals that benefit from an enriched environment. Creating distinct areas in the house, with scratching posts, shelves for climbing, and places to hide, can keep your cat mentally stimulated and less likely to seek destruction as a form of entertainment. Remember, a happy cat is one that feels safe and loved. And that starts with the attention and stimulation you provide. Have you noticed how loneliness can profoundly impact your cat's behavior? It's not just a matter of scratching furniture or making a mess. These behaviors are a reflection of an emotional need that isn't being met. What can you do from now on to transform your feline's life? How about starting with small changes? Creating enrichment zones, offering more companionship, or even adjusting the play routine? Your cat relies on you to provide the environment it needs to be happy. So why not start today? Are you willing to change the way you interact with it and see a transformation in behavior? Leave your comment below telling us what you will try to do first. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This way, you can keep learning more tips to improve your cat's life and, of course, your own.